Namaste, my name is Jessie from Shoshone Yoga Retreat, and I'll be guiding you today in a 15-minute asana practice to help nourish your hips and help you to feel grounded. So we'll use a yoga mat, a block, a yoga blanket, and a yoga strap. Let's begin. Find your way to your support of your blanket or your yoga block, and take a moment to just really feel as though the activity of the day, the thoughts, the plans, the to-do list just falls away from the body here as you settle into your seat. Feel a sense of getting grounded and broad in the sits bones. And then from that broad, grounded space, lifting up bone by bone through the crown of the head. And as you do that lift through the crown, through each bone of the spine, see how relaxed you can allow the shoulders to be. And perhaps enjoy a few open-mouthed exhales here. As you begin to draw your awareness, your attention inside and become more interested, more curious, inquisitive about your inner landscape than about what's going on around you. Inhale, reach the arms out to the sides. Keep that sense of buoyancy in the side ribs, in the front chest, in the back ribs, as you bend your elbows and bring your hands to Anjali Mudra at heart center. Thumbs pressing into sternum, sternum lifting into thumbs, connecting with that heart space and setting your intention for today's brief practice. Exhale, chin toward your chest to seal your intention inside. And as you inhale, bring your chin level with the floor, reach your arms up and overhead and make this funnel with the arms. As you inhale, feel as though you are collecting any energy, any support that you need down through the arms to collect into your heart space. Exhale, hands to heart center, and just acknowledge that you have exactly what you need available to you in this moment. If you don't believe me, let's do it again. Inhale, reach up and overhead and just collect, funnel, whatever it is that you need in this moment for happiness, health, wholeness. Breathe it into your heart and then exhale, seal it in. And one more time. Place your hands onto the floor behind you. Come off of the support of your seat and place your feet on the floor. Inhale, open the front body, maybe even gazing up toward the sky, maybe continuing to gaze forward. Exhale, just explore what it's like to lower the knees toward the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, explore this side, lowering the knees to the left. Not pushing or stretching, but instead just investigating. What does this feel like in the hips? What happens if you move your feet a little wider apart and allow the knees to fall one side, then the other? What happens if you invite your spine to twist in the opposite direction of your knees so that you're gazing over the right shoulder when the knees are to the left, and you're gazing over your left shoulder when your knees are to the right? If this feels like it's really nourishing you, you're welcome to stay as long as you like, exploring these movements, adding your own flair, and then coming back through center. Step the feet hips wide apart. Reach the arms forward, and we'll lower slowly down bone by bone. So see if you can really curl the tailbone under, curl the pelvis, lower the sacrum first, and maybe pause for a breath. And then exhale, lower the lowest bones of the spine. And then inhale, pause. And exhale, slowly bone by bone. Until you're lying on your back. Step your feet in a little closer toward your body here. And make sure that your block is handy. Inhale, let the pelvis rock forward. Exhale, let the pelvis rock back. And again, exploring this movement, not trying to force it or push to the edge, but instead, just see, what is the edge? Can you link this movement with your breath? Can you let the entire duration of the exhale take you into this movement? Can you notice how the movement of your pelvis impacts the movement of your neck? Just being curious here and present and aware and observational. The next time you find yourself in the exhale expression of this pelvic tuck, begin to curl your tailbone up and off the floor bone by bone. So keeping the back on the floor and just lifting, curling the pelvis up first. And then when the pelvis is up as high as it can go, then allow the back to follow. From here, taking your block on its lowest or medium height underneath your sacrum, so just right above your gluteal cleft here, not on the back but on the sacrum. And then take a moment to settle into this supported bridge. You're welcome to stay here if this serves you, and if you'd like to explore, exhale, bend your hip and draw your hands around the front of your left shin or the left thigh. Inhale here, and then exhale. Send your right heel strongly away from your body. Press out through your heel. Get as long as you can on this side. Active leg, the quadriceps muscles are engaged. The front of the lower leg is engaged. And then see if you can exhale, allow the rib cage to sink toward the earth just a little bit more. Notice what that does in the hip flexor. One more breath with a very active leg, pressing the heel away. And then on your next inhale, feel as though you have this balloon in the front of your hip flexor, inflating with your in-breath. And exhale, soften everything. Let go of any holding, let go of your muscles. Maybe this left knee likes to come out to the side a bit, and find softness here. Almost as though your body is just draped over the support of your block. Your right hand might want to come to the right front of the pelvis. Your right foot might want to walk off of the mat just a bit. And you can explore. If movement feels nourishing here, you might find little micro movements. Or if stillness is what you're craving now, then be still. When it's time to transition, exhale to draw your knee in through center, and then step the right foot to the floor, followed by the left. Inhale here, exhale, lift your pelvis off the block, and then exhale, reposition yourself again so that it's comfortable. On your next exhale, draw your right knee into your chest and catch the shin or the thigh. Inhale here, and then exhale, extend strongly through the left heel, pressing out through the leg, finding engagement in the front of the thigh, the front of the shin. See if you can allow the rib cage to sink any closer toward the earth, and notice how that increases sensation in the left hip flexor. One more big breath in. And then as you exhale, soften your muscles, let go, let yourself be draped over the support here. Maybe walking the left leg out to the side a bit. Maybe the right knee wants to come out to the right. Always honoring the back. If the back is a little tender, you might draw your knee a little closer to your body, or come out of the pose and find a counter pose. When it's time to transition, exhale, draw the right knee into center, step the left foot to the floor, step the right foot to the floor. Take a pause here. Exhale, lift the pelvis off of the block, slide the block off to the side. And then the opposite of how we got here, curl down bone by bone, one at a time, until your tailbone comes down last. Take a moment here to pause and just absorb the sensation of stillness. Finding your strap, and step the ball mounds of your toes into your strap, holding high up on the strap and then straightening the legs so that the elbows remain straight as well. And even if you are able to draw your feet close to your face, see if you can find the alignment of the legs so that the heels and the knees and the hips are in one perpendicular line from the floor. Sharpen the heels, spread the toes apart, find that same action in the fronts of the legs, engaging the quadriceps muscles, drawing the knees toward the hips. Keeping this grip here with the hands, bend the knees out to the sides, bring the bottoms of the feet together, and place the hands right in the groin or the hip crease as you lower the feet toward the floor. Allow the low back to arch off of the floor for a brief Supta Baddha Sarvangasana pose, bound ankle pose. Let your breath swell into the pelvis, the belly. And let your exhale invite a softening. When it's time to transition, press your feet up into the strap again, and then remove the strap. And as you find your way into Shavasana, explore any movements that the body is still craving. And when you find your way into the corpse pose, see that you're supported with a blanket under the knees or behind the head, or being covered for warmth. And take as long as you choose to absorb and surrender.